So your first part of your question, Andrea, if I understood you correctly, was how to improve the image and the perception of the police officers overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the idea of, if we see something suspicious, we should call it in, right? Well, if we see a cop doing a really good thing, let's call that in too.
Bravo.
Tell the chief. I mean, you would not believe, I still am stunned at the number of residents or folks that have come through our city and interacted with our officers and taken the time to either write an email or a very well-crafted letter to the chief so that he could fully and duly recognize whatever service that they provided that made that person take that action. And I think it would be on all of us to do the same thing because our new police chief came here with an enormous community policing background, and his community did an awesome job of it. I interviewed a lot of the commissioners from Punta Gorda, where he came from. He does practice what he preaches, and he leads by example. And I'm thrilled with that because he allows the officers and encourages them to get out of their cars and talk to those residents that their areas that they're patrolling in. Play around with the children if they're out in a game. I even saw a video of them when they were going through patrolling in Tradewinds Park. And this one is good because there's a family there with a picnic, etc., just having a good time and a barbecue and a lot of really good music. And unbeknownst to them, that one of the two officers that pulled up, he was a pro at break dancing in another life. So they caught him, and how good is that? So that, I'll just say, is about that part. But as far as communication of the police department within the community, and not just here in Wynmoor, for instance, our police chief and other officers went to the township recently at their annual TCMA meeting, and to address how, I think there were more than 100 or so folks that were there from the 100 villages, which is a pretty good number. And I think even in Banyan Trails at the HOAs that I attended in the Crime Spotters program, our community officer, Officer Zombeck, and his sidekick, Officer Conley, they were there, and they come to many of those meetings to give updates, or I do the same. So, our community officers are out there in all of the little HOAs, even 5 people at a time. If the residents can come, they will certainly hear it. The information is provided in it, and it's a shame that more people don't come. But we do have it in the other districts. I know in my district we do have it if the residents will come, but we can still always improve, right? And how would I address specifically expanding officers as we have more growth in the city, whether it be residential or otherwise? So each budget, pre-budget meetings, as well as almost the final budget workshop, we all come to the table and we talk about that very thing. We talk about where our population is right now. We talk about where the growth has taken place, and do we have the correct number per capita of officers, not only just according to population, but what's our crime levels at that time? Have they wavered since that uniform crime report data that I gave earlier that compared 2016 to 2015? Or, or there's something different? So, there's just not one thing that makes up expanding a department, because we want what it takes to make our residents safe.